I have been teasing a top 10 Skylanders video for so long at this point, but today it is finally time to go over my top 10 Skylanders. This includes Skylanders from every single game, and this is based on design and moveset. That's pretty much it. And personality, also get a little bit into that, but yeah, this is my top 10 favorite Skylanders from every single game, and let's get into it, starting with 10th place. So in 10th place, I'm going to have Chain Reaction. This guy is such a great sensei. His design is so unique and intricate, but it works so well. I love his weapons, and his battle class works so well with him, and I feel like he doesn't have a single unused attack. Everything you'd want out of this guy is there, and it's awesome. His attacks work so well together between his primary, secondary, and being able to shoot up into the sky and shoot lightning down to the ground just feels fantastic, and this guy is an amazing Skylander. Now in 9th place is going to be Spitfire. This is one of the best starter pack Skylanders ever, and honestly I think it is the best starter pack Skylander ever. He has a great combination of close range damage and mobility, as he has a super fast dash attack that lets him get around very quickly, and he can summon fire tornadoes to use in combination with that, and it works so well. Not even mentioning this guy's design is top notch. With his giant flaming tail, he looks absolutely awesome, and his wings look super cool too. This guy's always a blast to play. This is one of the best superchargers for sure. Now in 8th place is going to be Talon Crow. This guy is pretty much my favorite sensei. I absolutely love his moveset, and it works really well. I love the fire kick. I think that was an amazing touch to add to the Skylander, and it really helps him embrace the fire element, and his shurikens work really well too. Also, summoning buzzer beaks I think is a pretty cool third attack that works decently well with Talon Crow, so I can appreciate him for that. I think all his moves work really well together, as you can make the buzzer beaks, you can make their sort of propellers catch on fire, and then you can use their shurikens, and Talon Crow's whole moveset just works really well together. Now in 7th place, I have Bone Bash Rollerball. This is my favorite supercharger. Bone Bash Rollerball's moveset works so well, and I absolutely love it. I think it has, just like Spitfire, a great combination of close range, mobility, and long range. She can shoot out her little blades, and they fly around, and then she has a different moveset that works more around her using her fists. I think this whole design works really well, and I really like how they implemented it into her. I don't have the original Rollerball, so I can't say if I like this one less or if I like it more or less than that one, but it works really well. I also love the design. I think just the skull around her head looks absolutely amazing, and her hair looks so cool. The figure is top notch, and the gameplay is top notch, and I absolutely love Rollerball. Now in 5th place is going to be Robo. This is interesting because I don't have this guy anymore, but he is absolutely awesome. He does so much damage, and his attacks work so well. He has a long range primary attack, and then a close range super high damage dealing and mobility second attack, and then his third attack is a laser eye, which is absolutely awesome, and it slows down enemies. I found myself using all this guy's moves when I play as him, and he has a great combination of them, and they work really well together. As the final sensei release, this guy definitely did not disappoint, and I absolutely love using Robo. Now in 5th place, I have Fist Bump. Fist Bump is definitely my favorite core Skylander. Fist Bump has such a fun moveset that just does so much damage. He can smash the ground, and then spikes come out and shoot rocks everywhere. What more do you want? He just feels like a classic Earth Skylander that just smashes everything, but he does it better than any other Earth Skylander. His moves are so powerful, and I love using this guy. If you have him on the right path, he does so much damage. He shoots boulders everywhere, and he has a sliding attack that gives him extra mobility, which is nice to see from a little bulky tanky Skylander like Fist Bump, who does insane damage and has a pretty cool design with just a big rocky spiky body. How can you not like it? It just looks super cool. Now in 4th place is going to be Gearshift. I feel like Gearshift is one of the most damaging Skylanders ever. She is like Drobot, but more fun to use because she has 3 different movesets that she can switch between, and a great mobility move. Her dash attack is one of the best I've ever seen in Skylanders. It works so well as a dash attack, and her switching movesets is really fun, and it doesn't slow down the character. She still feels like a quick and snappy character while still being able to switch between these different movesets, and they feel great. All of them feel great, and she has a ranged one, a close ranged one, and one that gets all sides of her, so really it's a win-win at Gearshift, and her design is really cool and one of the more unique Trap Masters for sure. Now in 3rd place is going to be Free Ranger. This is definitely my favorite Swap Force Skylander and one of my favorite Skylanders ever. This guy was my favorite Skylander before Trap Team came out, and honestly he still holds up to this day. His tornado attack is one of the best attacks on any swapper. Really what makes his bottom half the best for all the swappers. It's just super fun to use, and I love this guy's design. I think the whole chicken lightning vibe is super funny, but it also looks cool. Like, he makes it look cool. He pulls it off like no one else can. He got the huge lightning bolt coming out from the back of his head. I absolutely love it. And his brawler playstyle where he shoots his long range attack at the end is really cool. And this guy can shoot lightning out of his head. What more do you want? It's super awesome. I love Free Ranger so much. He's hands down my favorite swapper. Now in second place is going to be Crusher. Crusher is just one of my all-time favorites. He's such a classic Skylander that you've got to love. I mean, I love this guy's moveset. The fact that he's slow doesn't really hold him back for me. He has a really nice design. There's really nothing to complain about with it. He's just a earth smasher with some sort of green gem sort of vibes, which I really mess with that. I think it looks really cool. And then he can turn into a bunch of rocks and roll around and then explode, and it does great damage. I really like using that attack. It works really well with Crusher. And then he can turn enemies to jade, which is super underrated. Using this attack is super fun. It makes him super OP when fighting enemies while you're turning them to jade with his eyes, and then you're smashing with the hammer. He is just super powerful. Now in first place, my favorite Skylander is Wildfire from Skylanders Trap Team. This guy, I think, is hands down the best Trap Master and the best Skylander of all time in my opinion. His moveset is just perfect and his design is amazing. He's literally a golden lion with a giant red shield holding a flame. Like, what can I say? This guy's design is absolutely amazing, and he can breathe fire and smash enemies around with his shield, and he can turn into a full-on raging lion that's running around swinging his claws at enemies. It's awesome. He can bring in enemies with his chains of fire and then breathe fire all over them. It's amazing. The way that this guy's moveset is incorporated back into his design and the theming of him is just perfect, and I think he's hands down the best Trap Master and the best Skylander in my opinion. Alrighty, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please let me know who your favorite Skylander is and your top 10 if you want to in the comments down below. And there's so many Skylanders that I could mention that just didn't quite make it. Spire Eyes, Starcast, Wildstorm, just a few that come to mind. Gusto as well. Those were very close to making it but didn't. And these Skylanders are all so close. I love all these, so they are all like, I love all of them so much. It was very difficult to decide on the final list for this video. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.